Thank you. Chairperson White and members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Zachary Ragone, and I serve as the Policy Director at the National Reentry Network for Returning Citizens. I'm here today to urge the Council to reject the proposal to absorb the Office of Returning Citizens Affairs into the Executive Office of the Mayor and to restore its full funding. Let me be direct. This proposal is not a realignment. It's a retreat. It's not a budget reform. It's disinvestment. And for thousands of returning citizens in the district, it would be a step backward at a time when we should be moving forward. ORCA was created in 2007 for a reason, because D.C. recognized that reentry isn't just a box you check. It's not just another service line item. It's a deeply complex process that affects housing, employment, healthcare, family stability, and community safety. And it demands a dedicated office, an office with its own staff, its own leadership, and its own standing in government, not a subunit buried under political management. This office was never meant to be absorbed into a general-purpose bureaucracy. That's not how it was designed. That's not what the law intended, and that's not what returning citizens need. Second, let's talk about the money, because even if we pretended this was just a bureaucratic shift, it's clearly not being funded as such. The proposed budget strips nearly a third of ORCA's funding while expecting it to perform the same work. And that comes after significant prior losses due to the end of federal ARPA funding, which were never backfilled. So let's be honest. This isn't about restructuring. It's about shrinking. Shrinking the investment, shrinking the visibility, and shrinking the voice of returning citizens in D.C. government. And here's the thing. ORCA isn't just a name on a budget line. It's a lifeline. This office has created individualized case plans for hundreds of people. It's made thousands of referrals to job training, mentoring, and legal services. It has built trusted relationships with residents and with community organizations like ours. You can't replace that by sticking people with reentry titles in cubicles in the mayor's office or relying exclusively on a correction-backed entity like the Ready Center. You also can't expect people to engage with an institution they no longer see. For a returning citizen who may already distrust the government and who may have been ignored or harmed by it in the past, walking to an office that is clearly for them sends a powerful message. You belong here. We're invested in you. We see your potential. Eliminating ORCA's public identity, and you take that message away. And when people feel invisible, they disengage. That's not just a moral loss, that's a loss for public safety. There's also a real risk of weakening oversight. ORCA was created alongside the Commission on Reentry and Returning Citizens Affairs, a body that's designed to hold it accountable and shape its strategy. But if ORCA becomes just a budget line in the mayor's office, what happens to that relationship? Who does the commissioner advise? How to ensure coordination across agencies continues? And finally, let me speak both as a returning citizen and someone who works with the population every single day. Relationships matter. Continuity matters. The trust that ORCA has built with our community can't be replaced overnight, if it can be replaced at all. So what should happen? The Council has a clear path forward. Reject this proposed absorption. It contradicts both the letter and the spirit of the law that created ORCA. Fully restore its funding to previous levels. Returning citizens deserve more than what's left over after cuts. Maintain ORCA as a separate public-facing office with its own leadership and mission, and critically, engage the reentry community before making major decisions about its future, not after the fact, not as a courtesy, but as partners. Because when we exclude impacted communities from decisions about the offices that are meant to serve them, we're not just missing the mark, we're reinforcing the very dynamics that reentry was supposed to change. We have an opportunity here, not just to protect a vital office, but to recommit to what it represents. This city once led the way, creating the first legislatively mandated reentry office in the country. Let's not walk that back by burying ORCA in bureaucracy. Thank you for your time, and I welcome your questions.
Thanks so much for your testimony. Samuel Buggs, board member with Jubilee House.